Alright, everyone. It is once again time for Midcard Mana. It is this guy over here, whoever he is, Sam Keola, the wrestling connoisseur. It's this guy over here, whoever I am,
Loose Cannon.
And today we're talking about results for NXT Takeover New Orleans.
It was better than Mania.
My
Watch it.
Gargano Ciampa shirt because that was, of course, the main event. So we're gonna try and go through this a little quickly. We're a little strapped on time today, so we're gonna try and
let's jump in.
Not die.
North American ladder match.
Great match, first off.
Quite possibly the best ladder match in WWE.
Yeah, it was, and
you know.
really, really good moments for each of these guys. So, of course, that was Killian Dane, EC3, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, your guy, Ricochet, and Adam Cole. So, I liked that every single person got a really big moment to show their dominance.
Yeah.
In it. This is my notes. So EC3 with a great heel tactics throughout, trying to pit everyone against each other, and then trying to sneak in to get it while everyone else is down.
EC3, baby.
Wait a second.
That's my line.
That was so good.
It was.
That was so good.
And then we got the Super Kick Party.
Yes.
Lars looked great.
Oh yeah, I wrote that down. I'm glad that Lars was able to get some excellent offense in with freak accidents to everyone.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was excellent. Dane showing off some more of his actual athleticism, even though he's a big guy. They usually use him as a bruiser, but I mean he can
Lars
move.
Catching him from a crossbody.
Yeah.
I mean we really want to see this match again, Lars versus Killian Dane.
I would really just want to see this ladder match over and over again, even though I'm not happy about the outcome.
I called it.
I know you did.
My heart was like Lars Sullivan, but my brain was like Adam Cole.
Baby. Well, and a couple other great moments they had in the match. So, Ricochet being on the ladder, they were knocking over the ladder, just flips off. Splashes everyone.
God. When he jumped on the ladder when Lars was going for it, that was like Botch City. It just folded. And I was thinking about that. You got two big dudes on these ladders. Can it hold like 600 pounds? Because I don't think they can unless they reinforce these ladders. And
nobody thought of that, I think.
Hopefully you do not reinforce these ladders because
that'll
that's going to
hurt
somebody.
Yeah.
And right as I was thinking about that, you have Ricochet jump off of the ropes, I think.
Yeah.
Slingshots himself in onto Lars's back, and the ladder just folded.
That was beautiful, though, but I was just terrified at that point.
Like, oh my God.
I was like, oh my God, that's like, oh my God.
Yeah, because I thought it was going to split somebody open.
Yeah.
Because they fell through another ladder, essentially.
It was both beautiful and horrifying. Another good moment I thought was the huge elbow drop by Velveteen Dream.
That was a good spot.
I thought they gave him a really good opportunity to show that he is every bit as a contender in this match as all of the other guys all of the other guys here have been treated like huge deals.
Yeah.
And I mean, Velveteen Dream has to an extent, but he hasn't been treated as seriously of a competitor. Mm-hmm. So I liked that in this match, he got really good moments of diving elbow drops to everyone, and just the amount of air and distance he goes.
Not to mention that spinning Death Valley driver he did.
Yes,
it looked vicious onto the ladder from the corner. It was a great match.
It was a really good match. My goodness, it was a really good match.
And of course, Adam Cole walks away as the new and first North American champion. This guy's favorite over here. Go ahead and say it. Adam Cole, baby.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I was actually genuinely surprised that it was Adam Cole, but then when the show started moving a little bit more forward, it made sense.
It did. Imagine that. The opening match of the show making sense later throughout the card.
Yeah.
It was almost as if somebody booked the whole pay-per-view in accordance to make sense.
Thanks, Trips.
Why would somebody do that?
For the smarks.
I don't know.
For the fucking marks. Anyway, so the next match that happened was the NXT Women's Championship match. That was Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler.
Called it.
You did. I thought. You know, my predictions were so off all over the place.
No, I mean, of course, Ember Moon showing up on Raw.
I also liked how Ember Moon actually used some of
It was a good match.
The Queen of Spades' offense against her, especially the punt kick to the arm and everything. I thought that was beautiful. Great heel work throughout from
The only thing,
from
and this is
Shayna.
really the only thing I have to nitpick the whole pay-per-view, was that after Shayna wins and she's leaving, Ronda Rousey's in the audience and they share like a high five and a hug or whatever. And I'm like, your top heel on NXT, your top women's heel, has just hugged your wannabe top face.
Yeah.
In the women's division.
What are you doing?
I would have
What are you
like
doing?
totally been like, don't do that at all.
Maybe just have a stare off
Backstage,
even.
or acknowledgement, like her stopping and staring at Ronda, and Ronda just being like,
So
looks all right, whatever.
I was like, and this is something that we talked about in our WrestleMania review video, but I like how in this instance it was a technical knockout. So Ember Moon did not tap out.
Right.
Ember Moon was not made
Protecting
to look.
somebody, not letting them look weak. What? That? Why would you do that?
Why
Does
would you
that make
ever?
any sense? I don't understand. Should have called an audible on that one.
Yep.
That's all. Just had the match. I have no fucking clue who's gonna win. Let's just do it. I'll call it while they're in the ring. Hopefully
Thanks.
they don't finish the match before I
Thanks.
make up my mind.
Thanks, Vince.
Vince loves cock.
All right. Anyway,
All right,
we're gonna move
come
on.
on.
We're gonna move on.
Getting me going here.
Okay. So the next match was the tag team match. So that was for the NXT Tag Team Championships as well as the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy for 2018. So that was Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong versus the Authors of Pain versus Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
You know, this match just had me twisted because I wasn't sure how this was going to go. It just didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, I really expected AOP to win the Dusty Cup and go to main roster as a 2-time Dusty Cup winners.
But
and
then
really build them
with
up.
both of them, with both things
But
on the
then
line.
both teams are in it. And I was just like, well, you know, it doesn't really make any sense for Dunn and Strong to win the tag titles. And Dunn's UK champion. And I was like,
and
but
Roddy's probably
then-
going up soon.
I was like, yeah, this, that. And then as I'm watching, and I'm talking to my friend John,
Yeah, I saw
from
that.
over at Square Circle Journal, and I'm like,
Big ups to John.
what if, have they called anybody else in lately? Like, is there anybody that we don't know about that WWE's picked up, preferably from ROH? We couldn't think of anybody. And I was like, what
I mean,
if-
Donovan Dijak's in there, but he just hasn't really made any sort of debut yet.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, maybe they're going to debut somebody and interfere in this. And I was like, well, what if Roddy turns? What if Roddy swerves and joins Undisputed Era and costs the match? And then it was just like 5-10 minutes later,
It happened.
boom. I was like, yeah, 3 for 3 or whatever.
So my single note for this: holy heel turn, Batman. Strong turns undone. He is a dead man.
So Undisputed Era retains despite, you know, the lead up to this was Adam Cole was like, I cannot
He
go
is
out.
spent.
And we're like, oh, what's going to happen
And
here?
I mean, he goes out.
He does end up going out, and he looks over at Kyle O'Reilly, and he's just like,
I'm done, dude.
he's
Yeah.
like, man, I'm hurting. And you're kind of like, well, what happened here? But obviously what happened was that Adam Cole talked to Roderick Strong, like, hey, we need you, buddy,
We need
at all costs.
We need
you
a
want
leader.
gold? We will get you gold.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking he's just going to be part of the tag team until
Bobby
Fish
Fish
comes back. And then what I expect is that Pete Dunne will actually lose the UK Championship to Roderick Strong.
I'd be fine with that.
And they will have lots and lots of gold. So, yeah. What's great about
They're
this match
undisputed.
is that what's great about this match is that they build up storylines coming out of it.
Definitely. And of course, this is sort of the swan song of Authors of Pain, as they did, spoiler alert, move up to Monday Night Raw on the Monday.
At least the tag team, because it looks like
their chapter with Paul Ellering has closed.
Yes, so don't know what's ahead for Ellering. I'm sure he will probably stay within NXT to some degree.
I would be fine with that. I mean, he needs a new tag team to manage, and a new tag team is just emerged.
War Raiders.
There you go.
Because let's make it harder to say on the tongue.
Well, I don't think they can say War Machine for two reasons.
Is it like?
I think one is Marvel, and I think another
and Rhino.
When I think the other is there was a popular MMA fighter whose name was War Machine that viciously beat his girlfriend and is now in prison. So.
Oh, I did not know about that.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they didn't want to do it because they had Rhino already as the War Machine.
And who knows? There could be so many different reasons.
I don't know why, but that's my cat trying to
Escape.
catch a bird outside. It is a strange War Raiders. It doesn't quite roll off
the tongue at all.
Anyway, so that was the tag title match.
That was the tag match. It was definitely interesting to see a new sort of character emerge for Roderick Strong, who I feel has been kind of directionless for a while.
It really, they gave this match plenty of room to go about what it needed to do. So it was a good match.
Right. So the next match we're going to talk about is for the NXT Championship. We have El Idolo Andrade Cien Almas, the champion, versus Aleister Black. Another match that just didn't sell you on Black, but that sold me a little bit more on him.
Although I still called it Aleister Black, he needs this win.
He did.
He's been built for this win, I don't feel he has gotten over on what's already been done. So I think he needs the title to get more over. And I mean, essentially that's what you want to do. You want
I imagine
either the belt's going to build the guy or the guy's going to build the belt. And this is one of those scenarios where the belt has built the guy. And that's what we're doing here also. The belt's going to build the guy with Aleister Black, and you got to feed him guys that are going to make him look good in the ring.
Yeah, and I mean,
I think they've already done that, but
it's lucky that they're at a point now where they have a belt that can build someone. Yeah. Whereas now the North American, it's sort of Adam Cole's going to build this belt.
Yeah, and I think Adam Cole may actually hold that title for a good while to come. I'm not sure what the next big feud will be. I'm guessing we'll see Cien Almas get a rematch.
I think Almas is probably headed up though.
Yeah,
the Superstar Shakeup is going to be next week, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's a name that ends up getting thrown in there.
So I really kind of expect in the long run we'll see Ciampa be the one that takes the belt off Aleister Black.
I like it.
That's why I think it's going. I don't know how long until we get to that point. I would say it's at least 2 or 3 pay-per-views down the road. But who do you sacrifice to the new champion? I don't know. It's got to be somebody that's somewhat built up, that's somewhat meaningful. I'm not sure who that would be. We may see Roderick Strong sacrificed. I kind of hate to see Lars sacrificed to get over Aleister Black.
You know who I think might be?
I don't.
Oh, no.
EC3? Cassius.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we might see Cassius Ohno challenge at some point, but I think you really have to have some strong heels to feed to Aleister Black. I don't know who that would be.
And I would like to say, I'd like to make this point. I liked the different dynamics in this match of their different styles and personalities coming out. See, he's not sold at all on Aleister Black.
Sold on
but
Aleister Black.
I liked the dynamics between Aleister Black's sort of quiet stoicism versus Andrade Cien Almas' very showy, more presentational style. And I think both of them ended up looking really good in this match because they complement each other very well.
Yeah, they did. And I mean, they just got to keep doing that until you have Black to where you want him to be. But I think this is one of those moments where, like, Triple H put the belt on Cien almost because he was like, okay, we gotta get this guy over more. We gotta get this guy some confidence. See, you're going to sleep just talking about the match.
I'm tired. Okay, I work all the time.
She does. That's no lie. So yeah, I think that's exactly where we are with Aleister Black as well. They've booked him crazy good in the fact that he has gone over so many guys.
Yeah, in such a short time.
You really, he's kind of been hot-shotted. You really don't have anywhere to go with him but to put the title on him. Otherwise, they're going to ruin all the momentum that they've had. And so now, let Black carry it for a little while, and there you go. We also saw McIntyre on the Talk Up pre-show to NXT. So we may get McIntyre versus Aleister Black. I'm thinking if we do, we're going to see a heel McIntyre come out.
Which I'm fine
with. Which may be the best option.
He's kind of been building towards it with how he's been presenting himself and talking, especially in his recovery. Where he's just like, I work harder than anyone else here. I deserve this more than anyone else here because I'm willing to bust my ass for it.
I mean,
what
really,
are you guys doing? I thought was great.
If he's not called up, that is. Because, I mean, you could call McIntyre up at any given moment.
Could call him up next week.
Yeah. So if he's not called up, I'm going to say McIntyre is a heel working against Aleister Black for probably a good while before he gets up to the main roster at some point.
Okay. And now we're going to talk about the main event, the reason why I'm wearing this shirt. Also because I've already worn my Ciampa shirt, and I try to wear a different wrestling shirt for every video we do because I have a lot of wrestling shirts at this point.
She only wears them once.
Yeah, and then I just burn it in the fire.
Burns them. So they don't touch the ground.
Yeah. So this match, of course, is the unsanctioned match between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Let me just say first off, love the fact that Ciampa comes in, no music, just walks out.
You can actually hear the boos even better.
You can hear all the fuck yous and the boos and everything.
You think Triple H did that just to show Vince, like,
this is how you do it.
This is how you do it. Because, I mean, really.
It was so good. And then he jumps on the turnbuckle and does Gargano's whole thing of the looking out into the crowd and everything. I thought that was such a nice touch.
It was a really good match. It really was.
I mean, there was no doubt that it was going to be a good match. Yeah. It was
Ciampa just
definitely
jacked.
one of the best matches of the entire weekend of wrestling.
It was. I would say it was probably the best match of the weekend.
And I think just even storytelling wise, it was such a long time. I'm so tired, okay? It's such a long time coming. Especially because
and that's what I
right when their feud was about to kick off,
about it.
Ciampa was out on injury.
Well, both of them for a little while, yeah.
Gargano not really, but Ciampa's one was very serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they would be able to recapture that, that heat that they were drawing from it, but they did.
Yeah, Ciampa didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
As far as regaining all that heat.
And he come back just jacked to the moon.
210.
Big. His beard game on compared to what it was. Mm-hmm. And those like 17 veins in his forehead popping out the whole match.
Just looked absolutely horrifying. Like just really intimidating and just
psycho killer.
Yeah. We got to see the Psycho Killer, which I've been waiting for a long time.
It was the match flowed very nicely.
And I mean, of course, because they have so much experience working with each other as friends, as enemies, even. So, or not enemies, but like competitors. So,
by far the best match of the weekend.
Oh yeah. And I mean, these two guys just know each other so well that they're able to move with each other so well. There was a lot of foreign objects like the crutch, Ciampa's knee brace that came in. You're laughing.
Yeah.
I'm just tired. Okay?
I know. I want to take a nap.
I know I do too. That's why we're gonna hurry this along so we can both take naps before we have to do other stuff.
No, I wish I got to, but I don't get to.
Sorry. Anyway, so I think, and I didn't have that many notes because there's just so much to unpack for everything. But it was a really solid match. I honestly
if you haven't
liked,
seen it, and there's one match you got to see out of the whole weekend of WrestleMania, Takeover, Supercard of Honor,
all of Revolution,
Hardcore, yeah,
Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Tommy Dreamer put the show on this weekend.
Oh,
there was so much.
There was a lot of wrestling this weekend.
By far, this is the match to watch.
Also, Suzuki versus Cobb, but that's just because we're Cobb marks.
Yeah, Suzuki mark too. Yeah. But yeah, it was a great match. Did a good job telling the story, and it did leave you wondering, like, who is going to win or what are they going to do?
It's nice that it's
also called it though.
It also leaves a good chapter end, but not story end.
Yes. So because they're both still in the same company, we could see this match return.
Yeah, we could.
This grudge is not going to die. This is kind of like Sammy and Kevin in a lot of ways. I mean,
definitely they could continue the NXT
this for
Sammy
years. And I mean, where do you go from here? I mean, they feud, and then I think they'll put the belt on Ciampa from Aleister Black, and of course, who will take it off of Ciampa should be Gargano. Mm-hmm. And you have these guys trade it back and forth. It would be a really nice,
And
then you move them both out of the title hunt toward the tag titles. And who are they going to pick for partners? Would be each other. There would be some, kind of like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. There'd be some forgiveness. You move along, and then Gargano turns heel. And I mean, this thing it's going to book itself out. And I think Triple H and Regal and everybody involved know where they're going. They're
wise to the game.
Yeah. And if Gargano and Ciampa don't get called up, then we're going to see an epic tale and journey of these two throughout NXT. Mm-hmm. And I hope they don't get called up just for that reason.
Just so you can see them being booked and handled well in NXT.
I feel like Triple H is just, he's probably dying when somebody gets called up.
Because how he is able to handle their stories.
And I feel like that's why we haven't seen No Way Jose in so long, is because they said we're going to call up No Way, and Triple H just kind of wrote him out of the book, because it's like, why do I keep booking this guy if they're going to call him up and I got all these other guys I need to get over? So
I think that was the same thing that happened with the Iconics.
The Iconics, the Authors of Pain too, really. To
AOP went away for kind of a while, and then they sort of reemerged in the Dusty. So it was interesting to see that they at least got their final moment. Yeah. In a sense, versus No Way Jose, who kind of petered out, and the Iconics, who were out on injury for a while.
Yeah. So interesting note. I mean, that may be our wink and nudge for who's getting called up is when they're not featured anymore. Oh. Besides the fact that those like champions or whatever, that's really being shown in the light.
And also are really shown as they are ready for that next chapter.
We should knock everything off the table.
Anyway, that is our review of NXT Takeover.
NXT Takeover, yeah.
We had pretty much mostly good things to say.
This guy has to go run errands, and that guy is going to go take a nap.
So, this is Midcard Mana signing off.